All right, so nothing worked,
But we're live.
but we're live.
All right.
There it is.
There it is. Little delay reaction.
Excuse me. That's what happens when you're. That's what happens when you're live. What happens when you're live? So I'll just turn it off. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Check Swing Podcast with my. I feel like I feel like starting the show now is weird now.
It's weird. Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, definitely awkward.
It's like
Um,
sitting in a meeting with your ex girlfriend.
well, welcome back to the Check Swing Podcast with
Dude, drink
myself.
some water. You've been coughing all pre show. He's been hacking and coughing. I don't know if he's got something in his throat or it's the onset of COVID 25.
I hope not. I hope not. But welcome to the Check Swing Podcast with myself and, of course, the brains and brawn of the situation, Coach Santa over there in the building. What's going on? We have a show we put together for y'all. We're going to talk about some things. Are you stumping me today, Coach?
Damn right.
Ah, boy, here we go. Last few weeks he's got me too, y'all. So um, definitely stick around for that because I'm gonna get him today. And sometimes he puts basketball in there too. There were some times he put basketball in there, and I think you may have got me more times with basketball than you did with baseball.
No, you've been pretty good with the basketball, especially positionally. I think you're really good with point guards with big men. Well, big men and point guards for some reason you always get those.
I well, I'm short, so I always paid attention to the point guards, right?
Right.
But deep inside, I wanted to play big, so I did. I wanted to play big, like I
But
wanted
you,
to.
but to me, it's like boxing. Like in the '90s, like you knew who the big men were, like the big guys in boxing. You know what I mean? And like in
Mhm.
basketball, like even though I wasn't following basketball that much in the '90s, I knew like there was Shaquille O'Neal, there was Olajuwon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Was it that left strength? You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that left strength.
That's not a name you hear every day.
Not
But
at
he can
all.
ball though. He can hoop. That little shrimp can hoop. I don't even know where we are on the show right now, but I think I usually ask my people how they been. So Miguel, how you been? You may already told me. I don't know.
Based on the pain that I feel in my knee, it's gonna
Oh,
rain.
it's
Uh,
not raining
it,
already.
it's supposed to be raining tonight into tomorrow, and then not. So I don't know. But
It's raining all day up here.
oh, was it? Well, I think it rained for like maybe 20 minutes today, but we were supposed to get like torrential downpours. Blah 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 blah. None of it happened.
I
But
woke up. I was like, oh, it's raining. It rained, huh?
yeah,
It rained all day.
yeah. I'm just looking forward to this weekend. Uh, Going down to the beach with some family.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
Going
what's up.
down
Enjoy that.
Ocean City here. Looking
Enjoy
forward to it.
that. All right. Well, let's get the show started. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start off a little different. No,
Okay.
let's get this. Let's
No,
talk
no,
about.
no. Go
You want me?
different. Let's go different. What the hell?
Okay. Let's do a little different this time. All right. I'm gonna start off the show with a question to you. It's actually a video. And I wanna I don't want to. I'm starting to laugh already, and it's not even funny.
I'm laughing at the title.
So go ahead. Say what the title is. Go. You can tell. Say the title.
Kid runs on field, gets tackled.
Yes, that is basically what happened. So let me go ahead and let me go ahead and kind of introduce this real quick. Um, Now this is a 4.5 minute video. We're not going to see the whole thing, and there's actually two different incidents in this video, so we might try to stick around for them. But San Diego Padres last night had a game, and a kid runs onto the field. And when I say a kid, I don't mean like a 17-year-old kid, a 19-year-old. I'm talking about a kid like this kid is between like 10 and maybe 13. Maybe 13. Okay. Um, and when you see the video, they already got him,
Mhm.
right? But what happens next is kind of crazy. Let me see if I can make that. There we go. Let's see. All right. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Did you see that? Could you tell what happened?
S- I saw him get tackled. I saw the angle that was just playing was better.
Now, see, of course, the video wants to mess up now.
Right.
But so here's what happened. I'll just try to explain it best I can. The kid runs onto the field. He's not fast, and it's not like he's getting away. You know, what I mean, he ran on the field. I think he ran around. I think it was Tatis might have been playing right at the time, and security came and got him. I mean, he wasn't fast. You know what I mean? He
Right.
came and got him. Grabbed him and he started walking him. And then this other guy comes in security and just boom, lays into him.
So I saw
Lays
that
him
because
down.
that's when Arias was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, yeah, and that's why the crowd started booing.
Right. I saw that. Yeah.
So fair or foul, Miguel? Was that fair or foul for that guard to come in and lower the boom on the kid?
So all right, I think this is an age thing, and I hope he wasn't inebriated. That would be a whole different issue
Oh my lord!
altogether. But I think because it's a child or a preteen or whatever you want to call them, I think it's kind of foul. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was necessary. That was unnecessary, and the guy that was proposing to his girl, even though he was a grown behind man, that was unnecessary as well. There was a guy about a year or two ago.
Uh-oh.
He ran onto the field in Dodger Stadium
To propose?
to propose, and he was like this, and he was just standing there, and then all of a sudden you see this guy coming to the screen, full bowl, bow. The ring goes flying, he goes flying, and the I forget who was standing in left field. He was like this, like no. I'll find the video. I'll find the video, but
I vaguely remember that. I do
yeah,
kind of remember that. I feel like we talked about it on the show.
I think we did. I think we did because it
We
was
talked
just
about
that.
it
It
on the
was
show.
like damn. But yeah, younger guy. Yeah, I think it was foul. I think you just, especially because he wasn't really trying to like not get caught. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Right. Okay, I got you. So let me tell you when I first originally heard about this, I was kind of with you on this, right?
Uh oh.
I know, right? But as somebody who has worked that job before, down on the field,
Mhm.
okay, I kind of see it differently, I guess. But the only reason I really see it differently, I'm trying to act like I'm all smart here. Only reason I really see it differently is because what somebody on the radio said earlier today, it made me think. It's 2025, right? We don't know in today's day and age. Okay, excuse me. We don't know what people are planning on doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? No
Is it
matter
true?
how old they are, how young they are, what they may look, we don't know what people are planning on doing.
Mhm.
So, yes, the guards that were walking them off, they grabbed them. Yeah, they were probably that was fine, and they were probably good. But what if he was? planning on doing something.
Yeah.
And he could and they because they didn't like do how they would do an adult, because I could have showed you in the video a little later how they did a female. They laid her out too. Um the he wasn't like he really restrained. So
Right.
if he had like a, I don't know, I mean, they go through metal detectors, but if he had like some type of bomb on and could
Like a
just pull the
detonator.
string from
Yeah.
where he was, you know what I mean? So
And
we just don't.
it's a shame we have to think that way in
Uh,
2025.
26 years ago, we wouldn't have.
But I mean, like, kudos to security systems the last decade or whatever. Like, nothing like that has thankfully never has ever happened.
Mm.
I think the closest thing was there was an incident that happened outside of Nationals Park. It was like a drive-by shooting, but you could hear it during the game, and I think everybody on the
Yeah,
field ran into their
yeah.
dugout.
I remember that. Was that Nationals?
That was it was in DC. It was Nationals Park, and
Okay.
that was probably the closest to anything like that happening. But you know, and for people that don't know, because I actually learned this when I was at Drexel, that like people get like frustrated about long lines and stuff like that, but they're actually done strategically. You know what I mean? Like entering into a sporting event or sporting facility. And if you
Mhm.
ever go multiple times, it's not always this. You don't always go in the same. Like, I mean, you can go in like to the same gates and stuff like that. But sometimes, even when you're leaving a venue like CBP, you don't always leave the same way. You know what I mean? They do that kind of on purpose, so that way the
Oh, you
eyes.
mean sometimes they may filter you out a different way?
Right.
So you can't leave this way. You gotta go. Yeah.
Well, right, because that's like because people always wonder, well, what about a person that's like banned from a ballpark or whatever? Well, they actually have software for that. Like those
Mhm.
face scanners, like that's real. Like they'll find you and say, hey, he's in Concourse B, row 7. Get him out of here. Da 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 da. That's how they do it. So,
It's
but I
crazy.
think
Crazy
the
that
security is too sophisticated for that something like that to happen. But that's not stopping people from being creative either. So yeah, it is kind of.
exactly, exactly. As sophisticated as we get that much more creative as a society.
Yeah, I found a video too of the proposal. If you want to show that real quick, it's the one I'm sharing on my screen.
Okay. Let's see.
So
Yes.
the guys, so the guy in the white. Let me see if I can point to him. Yeah. So this guy right here ran onto the field, is proposing to some girl somewhere in the stands here. Here is the said baseball player here celebrating, saying, "Yeah, boy, you go," da 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 da, and then disaster strikes.
Then Kaplowski.
Kaplowski.
Dang.
I love the player's reaction. He's like, "Damn."
So someone on the radio today said that they had mentioned about the people running onto the field.
Mhm,
They said at Veteran Stadium, back during the Veteran Stadium days, '90s and whatnot,
mhm.
you ran onto the field. He said when they took you off the field, went up that tunnel, he said it got ugly.
Yeah.
He said it got ugly.
There's videos on YouTube of said incidences, and it's like, dude, I don't even know if that was even legal. But
I'm gonna have to try to check that out. This is my first time I'm ever hearing about this stuff. So,
so there's a video out there that it shows fights in the stands,
mm.
and it's and you don't even know, like, people are literally just walking around, looking around, and just hitting each other. Like, there's no rhyme, like, but there's just cops everywhere, and then all of a sudden, like, a squad comes down, and people are just like, one is on one handcuff trying to swing, and and I think it was based in the '90s. I got to see if that video still actually exists, but
um,
I think it was titled like a casual day at the vet.
that's what it sounds like.
Hmm.
I don't know if I ever saw a fight at the vet though.
You never
I just don't remember it, but
you never heard of the stuff that happened in the 700 level?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've been in the 700 level before, but I'm just trying to. Nothing comes to mind. I don't remember ever seeing a fight at a stadium.
I got you.
Like maybe from like across the stadium, like oh they fighting over there.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think it's ever been close to me.
I got you.
I'm sure
I've
you
seen
have your.
plenty of fights. I've seen fights amongst men, I've seen fights amongst women, and I've seen fights amongst men and women.
One quick thing, and then I'm going to talk about the Phillies being on fire. I actually went to a game in July. Okay,
Hmm.
and where I was sitting, there was people like a couple rows up behind me,
Hmm.
and I thought I'm not going to get into the story, but I thought these people was about to get into a fight. Like they were face to face, like they were. I don't know why they didn't get into a fight. To be honest with you, like I don't know why they didn't fight. But what I will say is, my dad was with me. My dad and I went to this game. What I will say is, and this is not telling on anybody. One of those guys was a cop. Yes,
Well,
one of those people was. I don't know the cop's name personally, but I know that that person is a cop. So anyway, I just say that to say that I don't know how that could have went. I don't know what the other guy could have possibly been, but just
right.
putting that out there. Um, Look, the Phillies are on fire right now. Okay. Um,
And they wait until their star pitcher gets a blood clot. How about that?
well, I'll tell you what, it's probably not a better time than any than to catch fire because that was a blow, right? But we're going. I'm gonna start positive or a quarter way in. I'm gonna be positive, and I'm gonna they're on fire. And I was watching the game. I was watching. I think I watched all three games in the Seattle series, at least some of them,
Hmm.
some of all of them. Um, and they looked like a different team at the plate
Hmm.
to me. They looked like a different team. They were hitting the ball. They were using all parts of the field like we always wish they would.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, they playing like that, and maybe you can say it about any team, but playing like that, I think the team is unbeatable playing like that.
Hmm.
Because it's not like Seattle's making a bunch of mistakes out there and that's what was happening. No, they just was hitting it where they weren't. Right? What's the saying? Hit it where they ain't. They
Right.
were hitting where they weren't and getting runs. Funny thing is, make a quick funny story. I was watching the game 2 nights ago. The night when I said, um,
When you sent me that text about how they, yeah.
so I thought at one point, I thought they batted around in that
Hmm.
inning, which eventually they did. But I was texting, yo, they batted around, blah blah blah. I didn't realize it was the second inning, and yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. It was the second inning, I didn't realize it because when Schwarber, I mean, sorry, when Trey Turner came up, I was like, oh, they batted around. That's when I started sending out the text. Oh, they batted around.
Hmm.
Like, no, they didn't. Sorry, sorry about that. But this series showed me what they're capable of, right? And I always say, Miguel, I've said it for the last few years on this show. I start paying attention to the standings in late August,
Hmm.
right? Mid to late August. I really start paying attention to the teams after the All Star break.
Right.
I want to see you still got that juice. The Phillies, thankfully, have turned it on right now. They turned on at a good time. Um, but I got to ask you, is it for real, or are we about to get three series of clunkers? Like, is this? Are they playing? Are they toying with us, or are they for real, Miguel?
I mean, there's no better time than now to get hot, you know. Um, and let's say Zach Wheeler is out for an extended period of time, which right now is indefinitely. You have Aaron Nola coming back, so hopefully he'll be better than how he started. Bowman came back, and I think in first game back he hit a couple of home runs, and so I think it's coming together. But the big piece in this whole thing, the thing that we've been missing the past 7 8 years or so, is a closer. We got our shutdown closer. You know what I mean?
Only three of those years count.
This is true, and this is what, if you play the video real quick. This is our closer, and how hard he can throw.
Oh,
Oh,
that's 102.
Wow. Look at the people. You see the people behind in the seats in the front row there?
Yeah.
That is scary.
102 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was watching when that happened too. Scared
Yeah,
me.
seeing the crowd go like this, they thought he got hit. That's all right though. But it's like you have an intimidating fu closer, and like you said, once we start hitting the way we're supposed to hit, you know what I mean. When I was at that Phillies Mets game back in June, they were patient at the plate. They were fouling off pitches. They were like, that's the team that wins. That's the team that wins consistently. I. It's just when they go into those ruts, man, and they go 0 for like 36 or whatever. That's frustrating. But 4 game winning streak. I think there was six. They won 6 of their last 10. So we're 6 games up in the National League East. I'm still surprised in Milwaukee though. They got the best record in the National League.
Yeah,
But I,
Milwaukee, they're hot. They're playing real well.
but I think, I don't know. Milwaukee's like one of those teams. They're like what Seattle used to be. They would always have like a good record, but just kind of fizzle towards the end. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
I
think
don't
they've
know.
won something like 17 straight games or something like that.
So they're the first team in like 100 years to win like 12 games in a row twice. I think something. Now I think, what are they at? Milwaukee they actually are on a 2 game losing streak, but they're 7-3 in their last 10.
Yeah, they're playing well. They're playing well. They're playing team baseball. There's not a lot of big names on that team.
Yeah.
Not a lot of huge paychecks. I mean, all the paychecks are huge, but not a lot of huge paychecks. It's not the Phillies lineup.
Yeah.
All the money they're making over there. But they're playing team ball and they're winning games.
Mhm.
We would like to see the Phillies continue to do that as well. Um, a little putting a little damper on the evening, as Miguel mentioned earlier. The best pitcher in baseball, at least arguably the best pitcher in baseball, definitely the best pitcher on the Phillies. Zach Wheeler is out indefinitely. He has he got a blood clot removed or had surgery to remove a blood clot in his right shoulder, his throwing shoulder. Scary. It's kind of scary to because that's pretty high up there. Um, but also to know that there's a chance that he may not play again. That chance is out there. Um, it's a blow to the Phillies. It's their ace pitcher, Cy Young candidate. Um, when you heard about it, Miguel, what were your thoughts? Because I know what I thought, but go ahead. Because I think it happened around the same time that Duran got hit in the ankle. I think it was that same
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. That leads me to believe that Duran's over dramatic because didn't he get carted off?
He did. He
He
did.
got carted
Bro,
off, and then
hold
the
on.
next
Let me
day, and
stop
then
you. I can't let you. I can't let you do that. But there's only one reason I can't let you do that. Only one reason. You heard that ball hit off his ankle. That's the
no,
only reason I can't let you do that.
I know,
I
but it
would have did
was
the same thing.
He talking about some I.
I'd have crawled across that field, man. There was no, I would not have lifted my foot.
And then he reported the next day he walks to the soda machine. Oh, it feels great. It's fine.
I'm fine. I'll be out
I'm
there.
fine. It's all good. But yeah, that thrombosis. So Zach Wheeler had that thrombolysis procedure to remove the blood clot.
Mhm.
Um, the when I heard about the blood clot, I know there's like blood thinning medication and stuff like that. So I was hoping it was just something like that. But when you're talking about surgery, and now they're reporting that there may be further follow up treatment. And whenever you hear blood clot, that's more life threatening. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like the hope is that you know sports aside, that his quality of life doesn't get hampered by this. But
And he was planning on stepping away and when his contract was up.
yeah, because I think he even said when he signed his that contract, he's like, I'm not gonna play forever.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a story about J.R. Richard, who was a pitcher for the Astros in the 70s and 80s. And I mean, thank God medical procedures or medical technology and practices, I should say, are better today. But he was on pace to have a better career than Nolan Ryan. For those that don't know, just look. He was a black pitcher, J.R. Richard. He was like 6'9", 250, was throwing 103 miles back in 1980. And he pitched in an All-Star game at Dodger Stadium. He struck out Reggie Jackson, Dave Winfield. Like he struck out all Hall of Famers. And then first start after the All-Star break, he started getting tingling in his arm. But the press gave him hell, said, well, he's probably just sore. He's being over dramatic. Da 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 da. I think he went on to have like two more starts, but he kept having that tingling in his pitching arm. And then before a game, I think it was in Houston, Pittsburgh or Cincinnati, he collapsed and had a stroke.
Mm.
And it was pretty much the end of his career, but it was because of the. Unfortunately, they were even in the press. They were talking about, well, he's a little bit he's a little hypochondriac and da 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 whatever. To the point where a news reporter actually publicly apologized to him and his family back then. But not that you need another reason to hate the Houston Astros, but yeah.
There you go. There you go. Darn, I was about to say before you told me that stuff, I was about to say something, but now I done forgot the story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, you're good. You're good. Your story is way better than mine anyway.
That
um,
was
actually, I wasn't going. It wasn't even a story; it was a comment. But I don't remember what it was. Um. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. Sorry if I blew your ears out. So what they call it? Deep vein thrombosis, right?
thrombosis or thrombolysis.
So does that sound familiar to you, Miguel?
No,
Doesn't ring a bell.
you're saying it like it should. So now I have to do the deep dive.
So Zach Wheeler is not the first athlete in recent history to have that condition.
Hmm.
It's Philadelphia history. I'm not just Phillies. It's I'll make it. It'll be quick because I don't want you to start guessing because if you start guessing, you may not get it unless you remember. Okay, but it was about I don't know how many years ago. Probably about 6 years ago, right? Maybe more. A young man by the name of Markel Fultz was
Uh,
diagnosed with that at some point during his rookie year when they said that he forgot how to shoot or whatever, whatever was going on with it. So yeah, when I heard it, I was like, why does that sound familiar? Markel Fultz was said to have that same condition. Um, Last night was interesting. Alvarado came back
yeah.
off of his 80 game suspension. So Miguel, let me ask you a question because I did they recently upped the suspensions, right? Because wasn't didn't it used to be shorter? But the first offense used to be like a 40 game.
Something, yeah. It used to be. I think actually it was 25. It wasn't. It was
It
like
wasn't as
25
bad.
for the first one. The second game was like 70 games, and then the third one was like an entire year, and then after that you'd be banned for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he comes back, pitches yesterday, 1, 2, 3 inning. Um, First, I want to get your thoughts on it, but I also want to ask you this, Miguel. Are you interested in seeing a? It would have to be next year. I mean, we might see it this year, but it won't be in the playoffs. Are you interested in seeing a Phillies bullpen that has Jose Alvarado as the setup guy and Joan Duran as the closer?
Honestly, yeah. As long as he's not taking anything that's on the banned list, you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, because we've seen Alvarado in the closer's role, and that's just not his role. He's his role is the stopgap from the starter or the second pitcher to the closer. That's his role. He's great in it. Throws too many pitches, in my opinion, sometimes, but he gets the job done. So as long as he can keep doing that, I'm all for it. Because otherwise, I don't know too many. I'd have to see what the free agency list looks like. Coming out this winter. But yeah, I'd love to have Alvarado
As the setup guy.
as a setup guy.
Uh,
Because I know they got David Robertson back, but I didn't like him when we had him the first time. He's more of like a pitch to contact kind of guy, and they kind of scare me in the playoffs because they tend to leave stuff hanging over the plate too much.
and a lot of contact in the playoffs ends up being home runs, just off of
Correct.
crowd energy.
Yeah.
Um, do you? I already know. Nola, give me your thoughts. Nola's back.
Trade him. No, I'm joking. So, all right. Nola. I honestly think we missed the boat on him. We missed the opportunity to trade him and to get something really good in return for him. But
Sure.
I he's gonna have to be the man. It ain't no choice at this point because of what happened. And this will tell you what Nola is if you haven't guessed it already. But this hopefully something will click in Nola and be like, all right, I got to be the man. I know I'm a California guy, da, 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 but let me suck it up. Let me take my team on a playoff run like Cole Hamels did and take us to the promised land. You know what I mean? Someone's got to give with this dude, man. Like it's got to be now or never.
Yeah, I mean it's his moment, but I mean he was supposed to be he was drafted to be the guy, right? I'll just say that. He was drafted to be the guy. When he was bought up to eventually be the guy. Wheeler became the guy, and rightfully so. And Nola became a pretty good number two. I don't know if Nola I don't think Nola becomes the guy. I think Sanchez becomes the guy, and maybe Ranger,
No.
but Nola doesn't become the guy.
Ranger has not had a good second half of the season so far. I mean, in his career, like he's not good in the second half.
Did you
He's
see him the other night though?
yeah, yeah, and I
And
hope that carries over. I hope that's a sign that there is a change.
absolutely,
But
all that stuff carries over. But here's what I would counter what you're saying with Miguel,
Mhm.
because you're absolutely right with what you said. He still does well in the postseason. He still pitches well in the postseason, even after the those slow second half. Because last year, last year, um, or excuse me, this year he was hurt for a lot of the first half of the season. So hopefully his second half doesn't become the postseason. We had a comment about Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, we need to remove him. He's a Yankees fan.
So and Bohm is back.
Right.
I always feel like you have mixed feelings on Bohm.
It's the same. He's Aaron Nola, but on defense. Um, I like his hitting. I do like him as a hitter. I do like the fact that he's a good contact hitter in most moments. He's a nice line drive hitter. It's just defensively he's up and down. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that him being away and him kind of chilling out for a little bit um, helps with the stretch run. You had a couple players that were down for the majority of the season, and they're back in time for the stretch run. So, listen, let's get at it.
I kind of feel the opposite of you on Bohm, Miguel. I kind of feel like defensively, I feel like he's pretty solid defensively, and his bat is just up
He's
and down.
he's gotten better defensively,
I feel
but
like
there's all
better.
okay. I think because when the last time when I went to the Phillies game, he still made an error. But
That's what he's done for you lately.
that's what he do. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
I think I was at the game. I think I was. I don't know if I was at this game or not. And actually, if Ryan's still on, he could tell me because I went to the game with him where he said, "I hate this effing place."
Yeah,
I think I was at that game,
but
and
but
the Phillies still won that game.
right. But remember, his response was great, and he got a standing ovation. You know what I mean? So and that's great. It's just the carryover now. Like now we're supposed to be more mature. We're supposed to be progressing. Same thing. Same issue I have with Aaron. There's certain things that should be changing. I do see more progress with Alec Bohm. I will say that. So I may not be as whole like such a stronghold to trade him. But I don't know. There's still something. I gotta give everybody this particular season to see where we're going from here.
So Ryan goes that he confirms it.
Yeah.
He said I was at the game. So here's what I remember about being at that game. Not that I was drunk or anything, because I wasn't. I'm pretty sure I probably had to work the next.
I was gonna say I don't think you could remember.
I remember this. Dude, I was sitting. They were playing the Mets,
Right.
and the dude sitting directly next to me was a Mets fan.
I
He was
love
cool. We was talking and all. We was
Right.
talking about, and he was there while they were winning. He wasn't there when the Phillies were coming. Well, actually, as the Phillies were coming back, he was there, but he ended up leaving anyway. I don't know what dude ate, but every time he belched, my nose turned inside out. And that's the lasting effect I had from going to that particular game. Every time this dude belched, I knew it. And I didn't even have to hear it or I knew it because my esophagus was about to collapse.
Jesus, that's a hell of a halitosis.
I don't know what he ate, some type of Italian pork, Ireland pork belly, rice,
He
sushi
ate
belly pork. I don't know.
he ate some varmint butthole.
Yeah. So, where are we at? So you put this in the notes, Miguel. MLB broadcast rights. So some things are changing. Apple TV is out. You say?
Yeah, it's based on so Apple TV. Their contract is up, and or it runs out after 25, I believe, or the beginning of 26 or whatever. Um, so they renegotiated their MLB broadcasting rights. So Apple TV's out. NBC Peacock will now have Friday and Sunday exclusive games. So like the Sunday night game of the week or whatever, and then Friday exclusive game, and they'll cover wild card games. Interesting thing, MLB TV was actually sold to ESPN, and
Them
th-
too.
yeah, and they
Just
didn't, they
found
didn't,
out yesterday that NFL Network.
yeah. So yeah, apparently the deal is so big they didn't. They said all the two articles I read, it said for a lot of money. so so of course that's probably in the billions. And then Netflix has been stepping up lately for a lot of content. You know, they had what, WWE the beginning of the year, or whatever. They now have rights to the home run derby.
That's interesting. Um, yeah, Netflix is trying to position. It's interesting because they were losing money, really, kind of almost breaking even for a very long time. I don't know if that's still the case for them, but I mean, when I'm just thinking about something, I remember they had the was the celebrity roast, the Tom Brady celebrity roast was on Netflix.
Mhm.
The Cat Williams stand up special was on Netflix. There's probably
Yeah,
been some other ones too.
and I think
Um,
they're gonna start broadcasting a lot of UFC fights now on Netflix.
Well, I was going to say the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, or
That's
Logan
yeah.
Paul, Jake Paul fight that was on Netflix. They just had something recently on there too that I was watching. Can't remember what it was, but they just had something on there. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, the live con that's an interesting game. This game is so crazy right now, and I'm talking about the media cable channel internet game. It's so crazy right now. Like there's so many ways to consume content. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You can have cable, but you don't have to have cable. You can watch it on your you can have cable and not have a cable box or a TV, and you can watch it on your computer.
Correct.
You can watch it on your phone. Like it's so crazy how you can watch it on Netflix, which used to be we're going to send you a DVD or a tape and you send it back to us. We
Off
on
of
the
your
trip.
and you got to do your favorites list. You top 100 until, and then
All that,
you yeah.
all of that, man. And now it's so crazy right now. So I'm just like nerding out real quick.
Mhm.
I mean, sorry, Apple TV is out. I'm kind of glad about that because I don't have Apple TV. And every time the Phillies was on Apple TV, I was mad.
Yeah.
Um, Ryan said UFC will be exclusive to Paramount Plus,
Yeah.
which is another thing that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's crazy. Paramount Plus is going. UFC is going to be on. I don't have Paramount Plus either.
Well, you know what it's forcing us to do, like, because now everybody is hip to the cable game. I don't know too many people that have like just straight cable, right?
Mm,
Um, because pretty much it's a la carte. So now, if I want sports, I go to this app or whatever. So it
right,
makes it cheaper
right.
overall, but it's slowly starting to kind of go up in price
Yep,
because now you have these exclusive things for exclusive
yep.
areas, and that's my only fear. Like Ryan said, UFC is Paramount. WWE's on Netflix. It's like it's kind of forcing you now. Well, now I'm gonna have to buy these certain platforms, and
It's
I may
almost like having cable.
right. It's almost
Which
right,
cable didn't give you. You would still have to pay for the pay per view stuff anyway,
right. On top of that, right.
or rent a movie, or get a
DVR.
premium.
Oh yeah, that,
So he said the new ESPN app launched today. I might have to check that out. I hope I'm a ESPN I don't know, I got something. I got something. What's it called? I forgot what it's called, but
you got a fever.
well, no, you can watch like certain games on their app. Like I will watch Maryland Eastern Shore play on their app.
You're a subscriber.
Yeah, because it was all part of like Disney. Hulu, ESPN was all.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So anyway, um, baseball realignment, possible realignment. Like
I
you just put that in there, so I'm intrigued.
I did because it was a conversation that was brought up by the commissioner during a game, or it was he was doing some sort of interview, and I had the video, but I lost where it was. Um, but that is going to happen. Oh, he was talking about expansion. That there's definitely going to be a two-team expansion relatively soon. So people that are looking to try to get another team back in Oakland might not get what they want, but whatever. But I think you and I had talked about this before. I don't know if we did it on the show, but I know we kind of talked about what it would look like if baseball went instead of a National League and American League went to a Western Conference, Eastern Conference thing. Because that's been like the buzz that I've been seeing on social media. So if you, I got it on the screen. If you post it, this was an idea of a potential realignment for the East-West Conference, and so right
Yeah,
in the
we
North,
were talking about this. Yep.
we were talking about this, right? Yeah. So best division already would be the AL Northeast, which would be the Phillies, the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, and the New York Mets. That would be absolutely
That would be
amazing.
that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. And then I think the next best division would probably be I don't know. Oh, and then it includes the two potential expansion teams. They have a placeholder for Portland on the National League Northwest side, and a placeholder for Charlotte in the AL Southeast side.
Hold on, wait a minute. Portland and Charlotte.
Yeah, they've been talking about Portland, Charlotte, or Nashville.
Oh, okay. This
Those
talk.
are
I thought it was something that I missed that it was happening. I'm sorry.
no. So the talk is that there's definitely going to be a two-team expansion probably within the next few years, but the Portland Charlotte thing would be their placeholders, I should say. So I know they've been looking at Charlotte, Portland. They were looking at Nashville. I heard grumblings about New Orleans, but I don't know if geographically that will work. But yeah.
So I'm gonna put this comment up there because I don't know what it is, but I just want to put this up there. Um, Eric said now they locked up crack streams. Got to pay for 1,000 apps to watch what I want to watch.
Yeah, so I
I
used
don't know
to.
what crack streams is. I'm
So
not in
there
the.
was a buddy of mine that used to use crack. There was crack screen stream, and another one, but the
I'm
one
not.
that he get basically it was just a link that would take you to the broadcast of the games. But I
Mhm.
could only watch the NFL in either Chinese or Spanish. So I watched it in Chinese a couple of times because it was freaking hilarious. You know,
Okay.
Jalen Hurts. It's like it was just hysterical. Um, but I was like, it's just a matter of time before all these companies figure out where all these hack websites are. So, but that's all it was. It was a hack website.
So I'm looking at this realignment, right? And I'm noticing. So I guess the National League would be the West, and the American League would be the East. Is
No. It's just America. Well, yeah, I guess that would be the case. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
it would consider that
Um,
the East?
yeah, because
Um,
the furthest west would be the Great Lakes in the American League, and then the National League. Yeah, but I like I like the Cubs and the White Sox being in the same division. That's a nice rivalry. Um,
so all right, so I don't know my geography that well. Okay, St. Louis, okay, Cincinnati and Cleveland. Is Cincinnati? I mean, now I'm getting picky, but Cincinnati further west than Cleveland. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Anyway,
No, Cincinnati's either south or north of Cleveland, but they're in the same state. Cleveland, Ohio,
yeah,
Cincinnati,
yeah,
Ohio.
they're all in Ohio. Um,
Where's Cleveland at on this? Let me see. Where did they put them?
they're in the Mid Atlantic, AL Mid Atlantic.
See, but you know what they're doing. They're trying to match it up almost to like the NFL. Well, I guess DC and Baltimore would be the geographic rivals. Um, yeah, but it
It was some up there how they realigned minor league baseball.
yeah, I think I like the geographical rivalries that are because it could help Florida out. Because you know how I've been saying Florida they should just give up all their baseball teams because only only people go only the only purpose of Florida is to retire and die. So
Damn.
you'll have I'm sorry, too soon.
No.
So you have that Miami Tampa Bay rivalry going. So maybe it'll give Florida a boost to actually give a damn about baseball. Um
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't like
Florida, it's rough. Florida baseball is rough for Florida, man.
yeah.
It's hot. It's
Yeah, it's
hot.
hot. But it's hot and nasty in Florida. It's like that plantation heat from what
Yeah,
I heard.
Florida's hot, man.
Yeah.
Florida's hot. Um. All right. So real quick, we want to move on real quick to I'm sorry. Let me take this out. I forgot to take that. Okay, we're gonna move on real quick. From broadcasting rights to naming rights, and the home of the Sixers and Flyers is now officially what, Miguel? What's it called?
Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Which is that's interesting. Um, you went from Comcast, Spectacor, being all what it is, and now the building is named after a Comcast product.
It's named after a phone
It's named after a phone service.
phone service. I apologize.
After a phone service. So just like if it was called AT&T or the Verizon Center, Xfinity has a phone. But here's why I say it's interesting, because I can remember working at Comcast when they first were talking about making this happen. And then they made it happen. And I was like, okay, I guess, it's a nice option, but, I don't see it lasting. But I guess if they're going to, I don't know if this is a ditch effort to try to make it work, or is it working so well that you're willing to spend billions of dollars to name a building, put that name on a building. That's what I'm interested in knowing. Um, but it's weird. It's weird, and it also feels like we're stepping into the new era, right? But it's weird because it's always been named after a bank.
Yeah,
Everything around was named after like a bank, something financial.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad it's not named after a bank, but I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting tired of naming rights.
You want to go back to Veteran Stadium and the
Yeah,
Civic
or like
Stadium,
War
like Civic Hall.
Memorial. Right. I want it to be. I
Yeah,
think,
I kind
although
of wish that.
I think this is the perfect opportunity because I think this happened like 10 years ago, but Pornhub actually put in for a bid to have the naming rights.
I didn't see that coming. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Let's make it fun.
Pause.
Let's make it fun. Welcome to Pornhub Stadium.
Now that would have been interesting because
Fetishes
people
to
would
the
have had to
right.
see.
Fetishes to the right. Group stuff to the left.
So real quick, asked real quick: is the realignment actually happening?
So it's not etched in stone. It was just a conversation that has been started, but there's been just commentary about it. So, but yeah, we'll see
It
what
would be
happens.
interesting. It would be
I,
interesting. But I think there's like I think there's so many people that want to hold on to the
The past.
history of the game.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see, right? But it's kind of like with me and the NBA All Star game. Okay,
Mhm.
it was East West for however long it was, right? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they started mixing them up, letting them pick teams, and it was like I don't like it because now I go back and I can't say, oh, the East is winning, the West is win. You know what I mean? I can't go
Mhm.
back and say, the West was dominant during this time, or they won so many games. I didn't like it. I didn't like
Mhm.
it. I mean, it was the NBA All Star game is bogus at this point anyway. But
You know what's gonna solve a lot of the woes with sports, but it's never gonna happen.
when it stops being a business,
Okay, so the other thing would be you got to play less games. There's too many games, with the exception of football. Football is perfect the way it is. You don't need to add any more games. You don't need to take away any more games.
Mm.
But like seasons are long, man. Like baseball is too long.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Um, even basketball and hockey, like 82 games. That's a lot of games. You know what
I'm,
I mean?
sorry, I'm just counting. I'm just counting it out. So yeah,
That's 41
yeah.
games each.
Football's 5 months. Baseball 7 months. Basketball might be about as long as baseball. So basketball starts in October. Let's call it November. So say November, December, January, February, March, April, May.
All right.
May's playoff. So
But
that's 7 months.
I would try to figure out a way to like have less games in this regular season. And if you got to add more playoff teams, you got to add more playoff teams. But because that's where the money's made is when you make the playoffs, the postseason. That's where the money really is. So
Yeah.
even if you did like what baseball's trying to do with like that wild card play-in game or whatever, just have like I don't know. I just think it's just too many games because you like with baseball is the only sport where you can watch it and miss like 2 or 3 weeks and not watch any games and not literally miss a beat.
Yeah, it's true. That's true because I've done it. I've done it
Exactly.
and I do it.
Right.
And it's very true. Baseball could probably get away with playing 80 games.
I wouldn't go that. I would even the strike shortened year when they played 144 games. That seemed like a really good amount. That seemed perfect because you
Sure.
didn't start the season. I think that because of the strike when they came back in '95, right? It was 144 games. That's when they instituted the wild card, right? Um, yeah, that was the first year they started the wild card playoff. It just seemed perfect. You know what I mean? It was short enough that it didn't you didn't have a lot of injuries. But yeah, I just think
So we had a comment. We had a comment here from Eric. Makes a good point. Can baseball afford less games? No.
probably not.
So with those salaries that need to be paid, no, they can't.
But that's what the freaking television contracts are for. You know what I mean?
And ticket sales,
And ticket sales and
and
merchandise.
merchandise sales, and food sales, and beer sales.
All right.
So it's all going towards that.
Now
So,
if you start getting stadiums in the Pornhub, now you're onto something.
but I mean, you think about it, the TV deals. There's less games now, so that price goes down. I'm not
True.
paying you. I'm not paying you more money for less games. But that's definitely a conversation we can continue to have.
Mhm.
Um, damn, it's almost 9 o'clock already. You got some you got some videos, Mc. I didn't realize we got to talking and just got on a roll.
I know.
Um, so do you want to introduce this? What we got going on?
So the first one here, this is Cal Quantrill attempting to throw a 12-6 curveball, but he just threw a 12.
Okay.
Oh, that one missed a little bit high. Curveball. Let's see. Yeah, it was a curveball, and you watch it just slips right out of his hand. And you put those two. Seen? You ever seen Bull Durham? That hit the bull.
Whoops.
Well, sometimes Sometimes the ball slips.
Yep. I'm seeing this for this next video. I'm seeing this more as a trend, and it's scaring me. But this is the most painful strikeout of the year so far.
Oh, jeez. Think I know where it's going.
Ooh, my goodness.
He went.
Oh,
Do you agree that Brant Herders earned the title Tiger King?
Yes.
I don't know what that part was.
so yeah, I don't know what that was about. But the other night in the Phillies game, the guy was getting ready to swing. I forgot who it was, but he was getting ready to swing. Hit him right in his forearm or in his wrist. Excuse me, in his wrist. And it's weird because I feel like it's a combination of deciding to swing and then trying to protect yourself.
Or
Yeah,
just
that's
having
why.
no. I when I see that swing, it just reminds me of Odubel Herrera when he swung at the ball in between his legs.
Oh yeah, didn't he do that twice.
Yeah, and that's why he's not now no longer in baseball. Thank God.
Oh, this one. What we got? Do we need an
All right.
introduction?
So I want you to start the video and then pause it immediately. And I
I don't
want you
think I
to,
can pause it.
huh?
I don't think I can pause it.
Yeah, you can pause it. Just hit play again. I think hit play and then hit the pause. Okay.
Just kind of takes it out.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So you saw there's a golfer getting ready to make his putt. What do you think is going to happen?
He's putting.
Well, he's getting ready to swing.
He hits a tree and it comes back and hits him.
Okay. Hit play again.
Oh man. That almost happened to me. I guess maybe sometime last month.
Oh, did it?
So I was playing. I was actually playing by myself, and I hit the ball, and I was on the second hole at this course, and I hit the ball up on the green. And as I'm walking over to the green, the sprinklers came on. I just ran and took my ball and kept it moving. I said, okay. I was gonna make that putt anyway, so I'm good.
Right. I think last summer we were on a college baseball field and we were getting ready to warm up, and then we just heard the. So there was one right out behind second base. There was two of the. No, this was when I was at Rawlings, and we were playing down somewhere down in Virginia, and all those sprinklers went on. Two of my players ran through the damn sprinklers. I was like, "Damn, what the hell are you doing?" They're like, "Coach, it's hot. It's very refreshing."
I bet they did say that.
Mhm.
I hope it didn't have fertilizer in it. That's all.
How about it?
What we got next?
Um, I mean, pictures worth 1,000 words, videos worth 1,000,000. Um, it's like reason 4,476,000 on why we're going to robo umps probably next year.
Strike! What?
Probably the closest thing he's going to see to a strike with first base open.
Not close.
Nope.
Not close. Yeah, the umpires the umpires have been bad over the year. It seems like this year in particular, umpires are just becoming maybe they want the robo umps. They don't have to make that decision.
I
I
guess.
mean, it's hard to like say that they planned on, they didn't know that that pitch was going to be way, it's hard to say that they planned that, but
Right.
I mean, it's been bad.
Yeah.
It's been really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. All right, what we got?
So the video is titled "Cocky Little Leaguer Pitcher Tells Hitter What Pitch is Coming." However, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that is kind of cocky." But when you see the whole sequence of events, it actually is pretty fire. So hit it.
Here it comes. Get in the box. Here comes a fastball. He said, "I'm not throwing anything else." Challenge accepted, and he just reared back and threw it. And watch him at the end here. Oh yeah. Oh, he let him know. Oh, it's there, baby.
Mama Sarah was just telling Jess Sims, just how impressed she is with SJ in this environment. Big at bat right here.
Oh, Tom, no pitch. No pitch. Hey.
Batter wasn't even looking.
Let's see here.
And then he called time late. You could certainly argue both sides of it.
Listen.
The umpire's now got his hand up, and he will point to Taxel Toritas. So that was a no pitch. And now on a 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Taxel Toritas walking off the mound. Does get a high five from Gerald.
Young boy gassed him up.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, I was like, you know what? I like it."
Oh yeah. When you can back it up, it's good. Speaking of, I'm glad you showed that because I forgot. Did you see this 12-year-old from Chinese Taipei throws 83 miles an hour?
I think that's my last video. So the catcher in this video is attempting to catch his warm up.
Okay, let's see.
So you think Giletti throws hard? Check this out. First warm-up pitch he throws to his catcher. He almost knocked him over. On the way with 2-2. Swing and a miss. Giletti, 6 innings, no hits, 12 strikeouts. A gem from Giletti.
All right, so it's not right. It's not obviously it's not the Chinese Taipei pitcher, but
no, this kid from the Chinese Taipei, probably about the same size as that kid. Throw the ball 83 miles an hour. I was watching it. Throw the ball 83 miles an hour. MLB equivalent, 107 miles an hour. He pitched today, actually.
That's crazy.
And I'm thinking, what's today? Wednesday, right? So I'm thinking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think they played it right. If so, the international championship game will be Saturday. Because the final elimination games are tomorrow. I think there's a day off, and then they play the international and then the American championship game. But I believe it's like 4 days rest when you pitch, or if you throw
they cap the pitches, so it's I think the most the pitcher can throw in Little League is like 70.
So I don't know if I don't know. So I wasn't watching intently today. So I don't know if he hit 70 today.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't pitch. He only pitched a couple of innings, maybe 3-4 innings, maybe. But anyway, with the the days of rest, I think they probably played it real sweet that if they do get to the World Championship game, he'll be pitching in the World Championship game. Just hopefully for them, they have somebody that is good enough to get them through the international championship game.
Right, it's 85 pitches they're allowed.
85. Okay.
There's also mandatory days of rest. Yeah, so it's
he pitched today, and I think the days of rest will take him to Sunday, I believe.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, so if y'all have a chance to check this kid out, I don't know his name, but he's their leadoff hitter too. He's their leadoff hitter, and his nickname is Home Run King.
Of course.
You got any more videos for us, Miguel?
That's it.
That is it. All right. And you said you're stumping me today.
I am stumping you.
You're going to attempt to stump me today.
Let me set this up. All right.
As he attempts to stump me, I'm going to go ahead and play my theme music. see what you got, Miguel.
All right. It is up and ready.
Take this chat out of here. And stop the music. Number 3.
Okay. Little bit. All right. So let me just preface this. Okay. He only played for 3 teams.
Okay.
All right. So the color changes are the differences in the jerseys for each team. That I don't like the way they do that. But yeah, that is he only played for 3 teams.
Okay, give me the teams. Obviously, one is the Phillies.
Right. Phillies, Atlanta Braves, and the Colorado Rockies.
Andres Galarraga?
No.
Hey. Did Andres Galarraga play for the Phillies?
No. But he played for the Braves and the Rockies.
I know. I was hoping he played for the Phillies. So
Unfortunately, he was one of my favorite first basemen growing up. Him and Frank Thomas.
2-time MVP, 5-time Gold Glove, won the Clemente Award, 4-time Silver Slugger, and a 7-time All-Star. And he played for the Phillies. Who did he play for?
The Atlanta Braves.
Braves, the Phillies, and the Rockies.
Yes. And the Clemente Award is the humanitarian award.
See, I can't. I'm not opening the chat, so people are just putting stuff in it. I'm not opening the chat because I don't want y'all to blow this. Number 3, he played for the Phillies, the Braves, and the Rockies. So who played for the Phillies and the Braves? Can you give me the time frame of the career? Obviously, it's 90, sometime in the 90s because he played for the Rockies.
Majority 80s.
Not okay.
Part of the 90s.
I don't know if he played for. I don't know who he played for. I can't think of who he played for, but I'm going to say Don Baylor.
No, he played for a lot of teams, but no.
Okay. 2-time MVP. Played the 80s and the 90s. Played 80s and 90s. 2-time MVP. Played for the Phillies in the 80s.
No.
Played for the Phillies in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Played for the Colorado Rockies in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Played for the played for the Braves in the 80s and 90s? 80s and 90s?
Okay. Technically.
If it's 80s, you got me. But if it's 90s, if it's early 90s, I got a chance.
Okay. Played in the 80s. He started very late 70s. He had a long career. But long enough that you should probably still know. Okay. All of the 80s, early 90s. Almost mid 90s, but early 90s.
The Braves, the Phillies, and then the Rockies. Who did the Phillies get from the Braves? That early. Can you just give me some of the teammates from the Phillies? Like, give me that. You don't have to say. I'm not asking you what year he played, but just give me some of his teammates. It's not Ron Gant. Ron Gant played for the.
Well, he did play for the Phillies and the Braves, but he played late 90s, later 90s.
He played for the Cardinals.
His teammates were. Somebody's very disappointed in you. So, all right. His teammates were Randy Reddy. They weren't good. I'm not saying these were good people. Pat Combs.
I don't remember that name.
Oh, look up Pat Combs against Doc Gooden. Best brawl ever.
Was like John Kruk on that team?
Yes, John Kruk was on that team. Lenny Dykstra was on that team. Wes Chamberlain was on that team. Dickie Thon, I think. Yep, Dickie Thon was on that team.
Damn.
Rod Booker.
Am I gonna be mad when you tell me?
Probably.
I'm trying to think. Braves to the Phillies to the who went from the Phillies to the Rockies? When they went to the Rockies, were they part of like the expansion draft or something like that? Is that why they ended up on the Rockies from the Phillies? Were they on like the first Rockies team?
I want to say yes. All right, so I'll put it to you this way. Okay? This might help you. Yes, he was, but he couldn't finish.
So his career basically ended in Colorado, and he didn't finish the season. So don't think of him as a Rocky.
Correct.
A
So
MVP.
I'll throw you another bone, okay?
I'm getting mad that I ain't getting it.
95% of his career was with the Braves. 94. And then
How are you doing the math on this?
shut up. Don't judge me. Yeah, 94, and then what do I have left? 6%. All right, so 94% with the Braves, 5% for the Phillies, and like a 0.5% for the Rockies.
Damn. All right, can you give me the position?
You want me to give you all the positions he's ever played?
Oh God. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
I'll do this. I'll do this. He was drafted as a catcher, started as a catcher, but he won his MVPs, his Gold Gloves, and his All Stars as a center fielder. I should have just said outfield, but center fielder specifically.
Damn, man. It's gonna be 4 weeks in a row because I'm blanking on it. A 5-time Gold Glove, Silver Slug, and a 2-time MVP. Nope. I don't even know why that name popped in my head. He never played for the Phillies, the Braves, or the Rockies.
All right, I'll give you one more guess, and then I have to turn the page, my friend.
All right, I'm trying to think. So we got, oh my goodness. Center field, played outfield. Who
Played
played
some
out?
right. Played some right.
Man, I'm totally blanking on that roster. It's not Milt Thompson.
Nope.
Not Otis Nixon.
All right. He's not black or brown.
Greg Jeffries. I don't. We already had Greg Jeffries.
All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The name we were
Was
looking
all the people I
for.
was guessing black or brown people?
Excuse me?
Were all the guesses I was kind of throwing out there, were they black or brown people?
98% of them were. Okay, here we go. The player in question is Dale Murphy.
Wow. There's no way I would have guessed that. Dale Murphy is so far from my brain.
So the year that he was traded to Philadelphia is the year the Braves went to the World Series. I think he was drafted in 77. He came up in 79, played through all the 80s, and was traded in – no, he was traded in 90.
All right, now let me look at the chat and see how many people knew it already. Let me see.
Ryan got it.
Oh, yeah, he said, I know who it is.
And then he said, I'm disappointed in you, Justin.
He said, this was DM.
Yep.
Nope. Dale Murphy's so far from my mind. Like I never have a conversation about Dale Murphy.
So I started watching baseball religiously probably around '88 when the Phillies went from the powder blues to those grays.
Mhm.
And I remember Dale Murphy, because he had really bad knees by the time we had him, but he was still kind of hitting home runs. And I remember there was a game he was playing at Shea Stadium, and he needed help walking off the field. That's how bad his knees were.
Mm.
And but he was still trying to give it a go and whatnot. And yeah, but he had a pretty long career. Just
Well, shout out to Del Murphy. Yeah, that I would have never guessed because you never hear. I never hear that name anymore. The only time I might hear that name is on this show. To be honest with you, because I feel like he's been mentioned on this show before.
but he played with all the Braves players you mentioned, which is the funny thing.
Well, yeah, he played for that team that '90s team,
Yeah.
or for guys that played with that '90s team. That '90s team they had a good run.
So basically, what Ryan is saying is that you're not a true Atlanta Braves fan.
I'm an Atlanta Braves fan from the time they started going to the World Series until
They didn't.
right. I'm a certain kind of Atlanta Braves fan. There's a gnat here, and it keeps bothering me. Gnats, how do they live? They're like, why is it not dead yet? What is it eating?
Uh, Everything. I thought. Oh, it eats dirty water and it eats everything on a baseball field.
There's no water down here. I don't even have a source of water down here. It's the only water I have down here. Stay out my doggone cup. All right. Well, look, I think that's about 4 weeks in a row that Miguel has stumped me. I'm gonna have to get back at him. I'm gonna have to start quizzing him again. I'm gonna start doing it.
If you wish.
Because this losing ain't it. But all right, we're gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all hanging with us here on the Check Swing Podcast with myself and of course the Brains and Brawn in the Situation, Coach Santa over here. We won't be here next week. I have something going on next week, so we won't be able to do the show next week, which is a shame. Because we will have a show right before the Eagles play. We're good. We're good. So the next time you see us will be the day before the first Eagles game. So with that being said, make sure you check us out because we have some things we need to say about the Eagles. But we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all hanging with us here on the Check Swing Podcast, and we'll catch y'all next time. We out of here. Peace.